What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. I want to talk about the dream LA Lakers offseason and one I think that is actually fairly realistic and some options that they should look to go down this offseason because I think free agency and the draft are such huge, important factors for the Lakers this coming season and LeBron James and Anthony Davis' futures. Before I get into the rest of it, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you enjoy this kind of content, please like the video. But I want to map out who I think the Lakers should prioritize, re-sign, trade for, draft. I want to go down all the list of avenues, all right? Priority number one, re-sign Austin Reaves. That should be priority number one. The conversation starts and ends there. If they leave this offseason without Austin Reaves, something bad happened. So that's priority number one in my opinion. You got to bring him back. Homegrown talent. Fans love him. Great player. Only getting better. Got to bring back Austin Reaves. Priority number two, bring back Rui. I think you got to bring back Rui. He really came on in the playoffs and was an incredible performer for them. As long as the contract doesn't exceed like 16, 17 million, I think I'm happy with it. Obviously, I don't want to give out an outrageous contract, but it is the NBA. Somebody's going to offer him money, but I would like to see Rui back in the Lakers uniform. I think priority number three should be D'Angelo Russell, and I don't want to see more than at most $25 million a year being allocated to him, like 3 years, $75 million, 3 years, $70 million. You get him in that range, and I think you have a great starting five. The D'Lo, Reaves, Braun, AD, fill in the center. I'll get to that in a minute. But I think that's where it stands with D'Angelo Russell. And then I think priority number four, and this is just my own opinion, I would like to see Dennis Schroeder back on the Lakers. His defense and his point of attack aggressiveness, being an off-the-bench point guard, he kind of accepted his role, kind of knows what his limitations are. Great. I would love to have him back. I would love to have him back on a good contract. I don't know if someone's going to offer him good money, but I thought he was very, very valuable for the Lakers last year, and at times in the playoffs was more playable than D'Angelo Russell. So those are the four re-signs I would like to see. So it's a lot of running it back with the team they had last year, but they got to add a center that can play NBA basketball and isn't a bum. So if we can do that, I think that is what really will make this offseason a dream come true. Because I think they have a few ways of getting a center like that, right? I think you can trade pick 17, Malik Beasley and Mo Bamba and try and get Miles Turner. I think if they just I don't even need Buddy Hield. You just get Miles Turner in that trade, that's a massive win. I think him next to Anthony Davis would be the absolute best fit because one, he can shoot the ball so Anthony Davis can play offense on the interior, but Miles Turner is also amazing on defending the rim, so that means AD can defend on the perimeter, kind of keep himself out of those harm's way situations that he always seems to end up in, and go back to that two big lineup where they were most successful, and the rim protection with those two would be otherworldly. So I think Miles Turner is the absolute dream center to have next to Anthony Davis. Fits perfectly. Make it happen, Rob. And before the people that are like, oh, you're not getting that for Malik Beasley and Mo Bamba, look what Kristaps Porzingis nearly just got traded for. Look what Bradley Beal got traded for. It was scraps. So don't tell me that. The Pacers getting a first-round pick, that's a win for them. Now, if you don't get Miles Turner, you don't make the trade or anything like that. Say you keep the pick or something. I would like to see them sign a guy like Brook Lopez or a Jakob Poeltl. I think those two guys as other options, just quality big men. Brook Lopez is really, really good. He's grown into such a great player. And I think he would fit similar as to Miles Turner. And I think that would be really nice. Jakob Poeltl is just a good center that can rebound, can get some points in the paint, can pass. I like him just as a player. So that's my own random tangent there. But I think those three bigs would be perfect world for the Lakers. Now say we don't trade pick 17, right? Which is a very likely possibility. Could happen. I think more than likely we will trade it. But I say we keep the pick. There's three guys I would like to see them draft. Cason Wallace, the Kentucky point guard. I think he's a good player. I think he could project very, very well in the NBA. And if you don't bring back a Dennis Schroeder or something like that, there's a spot for him. I like Jordan Hawkins out of UConn. I think he's very, very good. Really, really good defender. Would be really nice to have another bigger guard defender on the team. They don't really have that. Other than Dennis is lengthy, but I think Jordan Hawkins would be a nice fit on this team too, potentially long term too. And then if you're going to go big man, Derek Lively, I've heard a lot of rumors the Lakers loving him. High-flying, rim-protecting, aerial threat, big guy, over 7 feet tall, big dude. I would like to see him on the Lakers. Ultimately, they got to get somebody that can play NBA basketball at center. But I think if everything goes well, you're rolling into the next season with Austin Reaves, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, hopefully Miles Turner, D'Angelo Russell, hopefully Dennis Schroeder, Jared Vanderbilt, and Max Christie. I think you got yourself a really nice 8-9 man rotation right there. I think that would be like perfect world. Maybe you sub out Turner for maybe a guy like Brook Lopez if he's willing to take a little bit of a pay cut. I don't know if he's willing to do that at this point in his career. There's they got options, and I think that's something that's really important. I just keep looking at it. There's so many good players that they can go try and sign, try and lure there. There's the looming possibility of Chris Paul coming in, and if you get him on a veteran minimum, that is ball game. I would love that for them if they could pull that off. But Washington's got to waive him first or buy him out first. So a couple things have to happen for that to even come true. The Kyrie Irving stuff, I don't see it happening, to be honest. I think he's going to stay in Dallas. I would be really, really shocked if he left Dallas. But actually, it's Kyrie Irving. I wouldn't be shocked if anything happens with Kyrie. But I don't want to put a lot of hope into him going to the Lakers, especially if it costs you a guy like Reaves and Rui. Nah, I'm just not all that into that. So I'd like to build out a good team. Look at the teams that have won titles recently. They are built with depth and good quality players. Look, none other than the Denver Nuggets. Sure, you have the best player in the game in Nikola Jokic, but Jamal Murray went to otherworldly level. But they also got great games out of Aaron Gordon, Bruce Brown, KCP, Christian Brown. Like, they got a Jeff Green. They got a lot of good things happening from a lot of players, and you got to be deep in the playoffs. You got to be 7-8 deep in the playoffs. So I think that should be the main goal for the Lakers, is get 7 to 8 guys that can play in the playoffs and play at a high level. What do you want the Lakers to do in this offseason? Do you want them to draft anyone in particular? Do you want them to sign anyone in particular? Do you want them to trade for anyone in particular? My dream trade target, Miles Turner. Signing, if you want to get anybody, I think there's a lot of different avenues they could go. Drafting, I like Cason Wallace, Jordan Hawkins, and Derek Lively. I think they can do a lot of different things there. But ultimately, they're in a good situation because they got assets, they got a little bit of room to navigate, and they think they can really revamp this roster and take it over the top and give themselves a really good shot at winning a title next year. But it all starts with how we do things in this offseason. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and if you enjoy this kind of content, please like the video. But I'm very excited to see what the Lakers do on draft night tomorrow, because it's going to be crazy. It's going to be popping, and the Lakers are known for doing something crazy or drafting very, very well. So can't wait. Thanks for watching. I'm done. Peace.